welcome back to my channel. It's your fave. And if you couldn't tell by the title of this video, this is our first Complexion Friday of 2021. And if you couldn't tell the product, it is the new Gucci something something. I have it on my face right now, and this is a first impression. So again, with first impressions, it's a first impression and things can change. But don't you worry, because I will be wearing this foundation for the rest of the week, and I'll come back next Friday and give you guys my final thoughts on this foundation. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Oh, actually, before we get into this video, if you want more details of this look, you can head over to my Instagram, @AngieRose, and you can follow me there as well, also on Twitter and Clubhouse. The thing that I'm going to do is go in with my favorite primer, and the only primer that I ever use is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 7 Dark. I'm just going to go in. I'd really just be slathering this all over my face. Again, I just want to preface that this is going to be a little bit different because I don't have my mirror in front of me, so I'm just going to use the mirror in here. I love the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter because, one, the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter is the only primer that I use on my face ever. I mean, it makes any and all foundations look dewy and glowy on my skin. And just to give this foundation a fair shot, I might as well use it with the primer that I always use with all my foundations. So since this is a first impressions of this foundation, I want to use things that I know work on my skin. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Concealer in the shade Almond, 260 Almond. So let's get into the foundations. I have two foundations right here. I'm going to be using this one right here because it's more of a closer match to my skin tone. I have, which ones? I have 450C, which is the lighter one. Then I have 480C, which is the one I'm going to be using today. This is one pump of the foundation. So I'm going to go in with my favorite foundation brush. This is the Sephora Pro Diffuser brush. This isn't available anymore. Smell, it has a not slight fragrant smell. Okay. It kind of has the same kind of This kind of smells like the Chanel Le Beige foundation. That one has a very fragrant smell. Okay, when I say very, I don't mean very in a bad way. It just has fragrance and it's very fragrant. But this smells dead smack like that. This is what the foundation looks like on half my face. So I have the foundation on this side, and this is the foundationless side. But again, this is just the first impressions, but I'll follow up with another video after wearing this foundation for a week and stuff like that and seeing how it wears, because I do work. So we'll see if this I'll see if this is a good mask foundation, because a lot of the foundations that I love, because if you're new here, hi, my name is Andrew and I love dewy skin, but obviously dewy skin and mask don't really work, but this is really, really pretty. So this is what this foundation looks like on my skin. So from my first impressions, I really like this. This looks like a soft matte kind of foundation. It's not too dewy, but it's not matte, and I know I'm getting this glow from my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. So, I mean, if you didn't use that, I mean, I'm sure it would look different on your skin based on your skin type. But since this is the primer that I always use, it just, why wouldn't I use it? Finish the rest of my face, and I'll come back with my final thoughts on my first impressions of this foundation. And my first impressions of this Gucci foundation is that the fragrance is very similar to the Chanel Le Beige foundation. So if you have that one, or if you've heard people like speak about it and you don't like fragrance, then maybe you should shy away from this. I have dry sensitive skin, but the Chanel foundation doesn't break me out, so do with that with what you will. What is interesting about this foundation? What is interesting about this foundation is that it feels, okay, I don't want to say feels because I don't feel anything on my skin. I want to say this is more of like a natural finish foundation. Yeah, it's more natural. I would say this is a high, low coverage foundation. Yeah, I would say that this foundation is a high, low coverage or a low medium coverage foundation, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. I love like a cute, natural, That's one of the first things that I noticed is that it's not full coverage, thank God. I'll try this foundation out for the rest of the week and come back next Friday and let you guys know like my final thoughts. But yeah, this is the end of this video. If you guys liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And again, if you want more details of this look, you can go ahead over to my Instagram, MUANGBros, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're on Clubhouse, you can follow me on there too, because guess what, I bitches on Clubhouse too. So